It is the heat wave, it is the full moon. I just heard some good rock and roll so that I could feed on the spoon. For the public workers, for the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the truckers, special Sabbath. Adrian Hannah, Dragon Priestess. Got that good loving. Heat wave, 32 degrees. Watch it, watch the glass here for the children because the children can pass. So I'm just gonna put it on the side. There's broken bottles. And if there's children passing here, because there's a big store there's a lot of children and there's a lot of families with children going, you gotta toss this. I guess I give the benefit of the doubt that somebody by mistake, you know. But for security purposes on the road here, I decided to push it on the side because it's broken glass shards, and you got our youth, you know, they sometimes play around and for their security, they're innocent, you know, the youth, the children are innocent. So just, if you see shards on the street, on the pedestrian side, just push it on the side, you know, rock and roll with it, and just always comes to mind quite automatically, you know. I'm not perfect, far from it, you know, especially with my neurodivergent condition, being that I'm different. It's something that I don't mind, of course, to do an extra citizen duty, and we got those responsibilities and duties, when we're in the public, and gotta salute the public workers changing the Acte. Heat wave, 32 degrees, wow. Really one of the hottest day of the year, and I went to get a wine for the Sabbath, because it's the Sabbath until tomorrow Sunday, and it's the full moon, you know, and gotta salute, you know, those public workers here changing the aqueducts, public workers of our empire, you know, doing a lot of good work, and we gotta keep on rolling. We got lots of public work to do, and we got work to do, you know. It's something which we have, you know, on the rock and roll side of things, and that's what something which we gotta do in common here, you know. So it's always independent work with me, rock and roll, geopolitics, and dancing. Dancing is my favorite sport and fitness activity. I always gotta salute others, and I guess enough for my face already. You got it here from Island H-A-W-K, Island of the Haka. The H-A-W-K, the island of the Haka. My totem bird, encouraging all to work out, train, exercise, although today I'm gonna rest, eat, feast, take a bath, and tomorrow I might go to the mountain. I was planning for a long time to attend because I've been wanting to go for more than 7 years now, and I've never been to Montreal Circus. Not the circus per se, it's an after hours club. Circus, it's an after hours club, and I wanted to go for a long time. It's been a long time that I wanted to go to that place, and maybe it's tonight, but actually it's the next day because it starts at 2 in the morning, so it's something, of course, which I might consider. I guess it's 2 to 10, I believe, 2 to 9, something like that, for the after hour joint, and that's maybe something which I gotta think about, is if I have to go, you know, and across the street here prudently, safely. Turn your heads left or right when you cross the street always. And we got these special conditions here that this is made kind of for enclosed due to the works, and we got a strong heat wave. I guess it's gonna last 4 more days from today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then by Wednesday it should be a little bit, I'm not if I use the terminology better, but better in the sense that it won't be as hot as today. But of course it is the month of the lion, so heat waves are expected. It's supposed to be the hottest day of the year, right? The month of the lion. The month of the lion. Always for the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, the firefighters, the plumbers, the electricians, those truckers on the road, daycare workers who change some of those diapers, the nurses, the construction workers, those resting for our empire, the coming of the 10, the 50, and the 3. Special rock and roll edition, freestyle mode. Let's go, get ready. Hot. I gotta go in the heat wave in the sun. Freestyle, rock and roll edition. Priestess of the goddess, Hannah. H with that D-R-A-G-O-N. Keep my name out of your mouth if it's not for a blessing. For the farmers, firefighters, thinking about the truckers on the road now. Get some spit stop, get a little bit of that good hydration, and do some stretching, always good for the body. a little bit of that good exercise for the body to stretch, and of course to get a little bit on that conduit. And for our public transportation workers at the 10, it's always for the 10, the 50 and the 3. Always for the 63, the North American Collectif Civilizational Complex. I got 4 seconds, I guess. It's all that I need. And I said the bus drivers there who drive our buses, train conductors who conduct those trains and who get it on those planes to go get it and to go get it on the go now. And my uncle there enjoying a hamburger with a halves, That's what it is, life about hot color Montreal here, raw video. Sun is shining. Sun is shining, it's a heat wave. Gotta rock and roll as I go, you know that. Gotta sing it, gotta swing it so you don't miss it. And you know you gotta flip over like it's satellites up in the sky. Gotta get the price of gas. Gotta haggle, gotta wrestle. Gotta get up in the mud. Gotta get up in the mud. So you know we gotta So you know we ain't don't pray. We just do that rock and roll. We don't need to pray to slay. We don't do that rock and roll. We don't need to pray to slay. Gotta give it for today. Gotta live that for today. We gonna live that for today. Every day. Carpe diem every day since I died of COVID. And it's something which I have to be meditating upon. Gotta be meditating on all the civilizational complex. Hot day today is Heatwave here in La Belle Province, Canada, Quebec, and it's something which we have to, I guess, get used to. More and more is gonna be heat waves like that, and heat wave with that is gonna be something which we got, and something which we have to get doing. It's something like I said here in Montreal. We got that French. Ready for a French song. Dans le soleil, c'est la canicule de la belle province qui bouge ses fesses. Hey, je vois des nombris, ça bouge les fesses. Regarde des nombris que ça danse. Fleur, puis ça avance les fleurs, puis ça avance les fleurs, puis ça regarde. Les camionneurs, les bouchers, les travailleurs au Québec. Prendre une bouchée, ben c'est un gâteau. Il est haut, combien d'étages? Je vois pas, c'est le numéro de 44. Un gâteau à 44 étages, j'ai jamais vu ça par exemple. Mais that's about that French, We love it to get that French here in Belle Province. That's how we rock and roll like Celine Dion here, one of the 63. Canada, United States, unite, support the empire for our empire special. God bless. Goddess Kiss special Sabbath full moon edition. God bless Goddess Judy DSS. I got a goddess because I will to build the forgotten goddess temple. Bury me with Papa Crowley. Third me up in New Jersey. Third me up in the city of the pyramids. Third me at the back of the Belvedere Conjuring Act where you see hundreds of my videos going in and out even in darkness at night. Right inside, roundabout. My second home, Montreal, Belvedere Conjuring Act. That is something which we have to do, and sometimes we gotta get acceptance of our own selves, how we are, and sometimes my individual sovereign self, not perfect, far from it. You get that 50-50 due to my reincarnations, many past lives, many incarnations. Born in the USA 3 times post 70-76, 1 time as a woman, twice as a man, served in the same United States Armed Forces, 2 different wars. The wars were 156 years apart, spread out throughout time, and was born here as a Quebecois, not as a Quebecois as you have them today, as we are today. Quebecers of the 21st century. Because we're in the 21st century, rock and roll. But of course, I was a woman here, born 1688, between 1688 and 1735. 1688 and 1735, so I'm a mystic, believer in those reincarnations, and here I am now, Quebecer Canadian, North American. This is my home, gotta get that Canada tatted up. Got that Canada, don't ask me when I got it, because my life prior to spring 2014, February 2014, let's say, much of my life prior to February 2014, February, kind of spring 2014, so that's already more than 11 years, and 4 months ago, remains a mystery. I used to live in Côte des Neiges in a very underground, small basement, moldy place, moldy underground basement, small underground, moldy place, lots of mold, and I survived a vicious surprise attack. Was bloodied up. Beautiful flowers here. I gotta send some love, especially these yellows. So fell, hit my head on the concrete in the Montreal Metro, and had a dislocated right arm, right shoulder, and I was depressed and suicidal. Got out of depression when I crossed Canada coast to coast 2017. That event in summer is gonna be 15th of August. We left for Vancouver. That event really changed my life. I established a strong esprit de corps with my fellow Quebecer family, Canadian Quebecer, my Canadian family, my brothers and sisters in the 50, because we got each other. We got that north and south, which we're gonna fuse, and via my dream and the Trinity of theories which need to be implemented ASAP, the DRT, debt refusion theory, DFT, democratic fusion theory, and the CIT, citizen integration theory, that Trinity of theories, you know. Can I get it for that DFT and DRT, debt refusion theory? And that's what it is with that, and that's what I gotta get doing with that, debt refusion theory, you know. So something which we gotta get that DRT, debt refusion theory, for the creation of the UE. So yeah, I suffered, struggled, got retrograde amnesia. I mean, sometimes memories come back with therapy or others, but whatever the case may be, more important is all my rebirths. I guess I'm on my fourth rebirth since I moved. The first one, I thought it was 2016. I actually moved in 2015 from that moldy underground prison type of cell. I guess I served my time, and I moved, and I crossed Canada coast to coast. Then I survived COVID. I predicted what's happening now. In 2019, I got proof. I predicted the geopolitical conflagration situation. I did not predict, of course, that we're gonna have. I did not predict that we're gonna have a dispute such as we have now, a discord with the United States. With the United States, I did not predict. I predicted international conflagration, and that's how we got with that. That's how we gotta get it on the go with that, to get it on the drill, and we gotta get it on that foundation, man. And here I wish, that's where I used to do laundry right there. Used to do laundry for a few years. Gotta thank my anonymous friend for, of course, building that on the go, and that, and that's what we have to get doing for the go, you know. And that's what we have to get doing on that. Love-wise there, and here my neighborhood. You know, we gotta give some of that love. I wish I could invest in that building. Get an investment in that building to do it, a little bit of that. Invest a little bit in that building to see what it goes, and see if we can build something. But this is really beautiful. This is really talented right here. Isn't that talent? That's really amazing, eh? So here from my neighborhood, you know, Montreal, Hawk Island, H-A-W-K, Island of the Hawk, and my cousin's there on the bike, and we got this whole 63, which we need to fuse, unite, integrate for total S, total security, total service, total defense, and rehabilitation. So always rock and roll, always a little bit of fitness, always dancing. Dancing is my favorite sport, and somebody hopefully making some LOV today, you know. LOV is important. Otherwise, if we don't get that LOV, you know, we gotta get on that LOV to build it in. And that's something which we have to do, man, together as we are here in the complex, and we gotta get it on the go for that. And that is something which we gotta be transmissive about, to get it on the rock and roll. And it's always something which I love to do, and we gotta get it on that love, man, because, you know, I wish I could afford a massage therapy session right now. My only stress now is financial wise. My only stress now is financial, to be honest. Economic, financial, but I gotta be grateful, you know, because I got some things to be grateful for, and those are always things that one has to be grateful in the implementation of our lives, and in the development of our lives, each other, and the growing togetherness. And ready for some rock and roll? Ready for some rock and roll? Ho, 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 ho. As I go on feet, you know that I got plenty of scars. It's a hot day, it's a heat wave. Got the children swinging in those swings. Got the parks, you need some water. Got a park, you need some water. Got some hydrate, got some water. Got some fire and some loving. Got some truckers trucking. And got some of those ready push-ups. Got some sweat up in the workout. Hey, freestyle always. Rock and roll and can rap. And always putting it on for my fellow allies and armies. It's pledge your allegiance. This past 4 o'clock, I left. It was like 3 something off from my place, and some weird dreams. Sometimes those dreams are irrational. Stinking explore mate. That's why we got the priestess to interpret some irrational dreams, and sometimes those dreams are irrational within us and they don't fully reverberate 100% clear, and that's why you got some interpretations which sometimes come in a psychosexual manner, psychological, even mystical predictions or whatever the case may be. For me, if you're 18, even if I guess in Quebec, Montreal, the age of consent is 16, but it's gonna be just like when you go buy liquor, buy booze, buy smokes, I don't smoke myself, or buy cannabis has been legalized since 2019. I'm gonna apply the same principle. If you want to make loving with me, or white, black, white, man, woman, because I am androgynous, pansexual, I have Asperger's. I'm a bit weird on the social side. My neurological mental divergent condition of Asperger's makes me that I am weird and awkward in the social manners, but in other things I am of course great and super and excellent, such as rock and roll, and other things I lack skills, So Asperger's is a social, it's not an illness. Again, I'm not a disease. Asperger's is a neurological mental divergent condition which makes me predisposed to special interests. As Aspies, we have these more clumsiness and certain characteristics, not traits. And I see somebody holding hands there, my cousins, and the Heatwave. That always brings me hope. He makes me hope because I love to see a little bit of that good go with that to get it done. And that's always something which I love and something which I gotta see, some loving, some signs of affection. And that's why I love either people working out, training, exercising, or as my fellow cousins did, they were holding hands, and that's good loving, and that's what I got the good love, because that's important for me, some of that good love, and get a little bit of that hydration with it, which is a heat wave, and somebody making love in the free world. Couples, it's important. So if you're white, black or white, rainbow, or you're a man, you're a woman, I am androgynous, so pansexual man. We rock and roll, rainbow nation, rock and roll style, That's how we roll it. And I've been in the open for many years, I've made many friends in the LGBTQ community in the past, attending pride parades or whatever around the mountain, but it's maintaining friends that's more difficult for people like me. We're part of this tiny minority of less than 1%, less than even half of a percent. It's estimated North American Asperger's population to be at 0.44%, so there's really not a lot of Asperger's. Again, it's not a disease, please. Just last week I had to correct, and the other week I had to correct again. It's not a disease. Because I had some discussions with a citizen. I don't know if it was a citizen or I'm saying citizen like that, because all who come to join us here in Quebec, Montreal, Canada, la belle province, In Quebec, Canada, la belle province, all of us are, of course, citizens in many ways, shape, capacity of course, what we are, but I don't fully know if he was a citizen or not, but we had a discussion, and I mentioned that I have Asperger's because I had to take a step back because I realized that I was too close to the person. Because Asperger's, sometimes we breach the personal space, so we might get so close in conversation that we just get close to like 4 inches, while personal space sometimes it's a few yards, a few feet, a few meters. Personal space, personal distance, personal space, the concept, those social concepts are more difficult because our brains are mutated at the micro level. We have these, think of it as nano, micro transistors, like on a microchip. Think about it in such terms as microchips, transistors, So because of those mutations, our brains are different, so we see the world differently, and thus these social norms, protocols, unwritten norms, regulations, and social norms can be more difficult for us to fully understand and fully implement. The implementation of the social norms and the full implementation of the social norms which we have is, of course, can be more difficult, such as we have these characteristics and traits, not symptoms. Symptoms, again, I don't use the word symptoms. Symptoms is more for an illness. Asperger's, you cannot medicate Asperger's away. It's a lifelong condition, neurological mental divergent. It's a neurological mental divergent condition, and there's no medication, and the cause is inconclusive. What causes it? What environmental factors or hereditary, that is genetic, either or. So it's inconclusive, the cause. So I had to correct somebody because he said, yeah, I know it's a disease, and I said no. And he said, it's a disease. I said no, and then he had to correct it. It's a condition. And yes, that I can make a compromise on. It's a condition, neurological mental divergent condition, which applies to 0.44% of the population, including yours truly, Adrian Hannah Dragon. So that's rock and roll. So I'm good at certain things. Sports, fitness, dancing is my favorite sport, and rock and roll and geopolitics, and it's 24/7. Engaged with intensity, concentration, and super focus in those special areas of interest, which are known as obsessive interest, although it doesn't render justice for me to use obsessive interest. Rather, I use the term special interest. But we can seem like obsession. But for us, we have to be encouraged and supported in those special interests because we can excel. And to the point when it comes to geopolitics, of course, the compensatory conclusion is that, of course, the geopolitical arena, field, domain, kingdom, universe is my universe. And to the point that I have proof of what I'm about to say next, I predicted what's happening now. I have proof. I have the video of around October 17th. After a few weeks of analysis, I had predicted that humanity is set again towards an international conflagration, aka that a World War III is on the horizon. And some people say that World War III started October 7th with the surprise attacks on Israel. And some people say it started when Israel launched Operation Rising Lion to attack Iran. To deter from developing nuclear weaponry and other such matters. You're welcome. So whether we're in it or not, that's basically something which is open for debate. But not that much debate, because it's possible that it's starting, beginning, commencing, if you will. That's why we need to implement my Trinity of T. We support the dream. My dream is fundamentally a call for a public-private partnership to constitute the Imperial Republican Constitution, to integrate in a new 21st century Constitution, Canada and United States, by creating a common currency, by creating a common currency, of course, by creating a common currency, and creating that common currency is something, I guess, which we have to do, and we have to do here in the 21st century, as it was done, of course, in the European Union in the 90s by the creation of the ECB. So that is my dream. It's friends with benefits only. You want to do some loving, black, white, black, rainbow, and man or woman, I'm Adrian Hannah Dragon. Still officially yet to pay that money to change my name officially, but I guess for me it's changed to blood, sweat, and tears, and suffering, struggle, depression, suicidal, and memory loss. I don't know if I was before February 2014, if I was a junkie. Maybe I used to do hard drugs, maybe I was a junkie. maybe I was a junkie, you know, and if I was a junkie or not, I don't know. If I did lots of drugs or if I was an alcoholic. If I drank a lot of alcohol, you know, alcoholic consumption, usually for a few years, prolonged alcoholic intake usage, of course, makes me think, of course, makes me, of course, think, makes me, of course, lose one, not just myself, but it could have been that if I was drinking heavily for a few years, that's what caused memory loss. So I have trouble remembering my life prior to circa spring 2014, I'm gonna say. Before, so my life before spring 2014. Like I said, I used to live, I guess, in a tight, it was like a prison cell, small prison cell, but it wasn't really a prison cell, but it was in N.A.C.W.P, nothing that I will to go back to. It was small underground prison type of cell. Lots of mold, it was black, whitish, greenish, yellowish type of mold, lots of mold. And I moved, I thought it was 2016 when I moved, summer 2016, July 2016, but it ends up that it was 2015, so I have a very good memory per se. But, of course, it's something which has to be conclusive, and it's memory per se, you know, but I have a good memory of the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and then after 11 and 4 months, because it's spring 2014, we're already August 2015, it goes on the blackouts, you know, like, whatever. I have documents, high school diploma, I graduated high school, and reference letters from when I supposedly wanted to go to Kingston Military College, you know, Kingston Military College, supposedly, because I got a good reference letter, so that proves that I guess I was free, not just now in the past 11 years into geopolitics, but even before. I guess sometimes ASPIs, you know, problem with ASPIs, 3 main problems. Lack of friends. The other problem is, of course, lack of friends. The other problem is high depression and suicidal rates. It's 9 times higher than you. The 99.56%, the vast majority of the population of the neurotypicals. For ASPIs, it's 9 times higher. The other third problem, or whatever order for it, according to individual, is unacceptable. The unemployment rate, 80%, 80%. 8 out of 10, 4/5. And I had many jobs in the past years. It's just maintaining the jobs, you know. I had many jobs in the past years. It's just maintaining the jobs, you know. Just maintaining the jobs, you know. Maintaining them long term. That is just what it is, maintaining the jobs, you know. Because I had jobs which lasted 4 months, 3 months, a few weeks, but maintaining them, that's a problem. 80% is unacceptable, eh? 80%, imagine. So I'm gonna stick with what I know, and this is a Sabbath, so I'm just gonna delve into rock and roll. Make some good love. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. HUG. I don't want to waste nobody's time, so it's either friends with benefits. You can see me often going to my second home, Mount Royal, for years and years and years. Mount Royal in Hawk Island, Montreal, always for the 63. Gotta unite, create a common passport, and 2 complementary covenant and cooperative institutions. The Dragon Army, aka officially the Imperial SSD Legion, Imperial Republic's Security Service and Defense Legion, integrated with all existing public and private security institutions and forces, parallel to the DGA, Dancing Goddess Army, parallel to the DGA, the Dancing Goddess Army, the international, the Imperial Integrated Dance League, the Imperial Integrated Dance League. And see, this is a characteristic of Asperger's. We would be paying attention to those details there. Like, what does those numbers mean? Stuff like that. That's the characteristics. And if you see somebody inspecting objects very closely to the face, like you would look at a certain object very closely to the eyes, and you would inspect it like this. In the store, I do that, and I've been doing that for years, like this, to check, to inspect, like very close to the eyes, and that might be an ASPE, you know. And me, I've been diagnosed for many years, differently by different individuals, citizens, and even by healthcare professionals, but unofficially, but by healthcare professionals nonetheless. I also worked in healthcare for the past at least 9 years, 8-9 years. Been told by several citizens who worked in healthcare, and it says, you have Asperger's, you have what's called HFA, high functioning autism, and you're on the spectrum, and it's called a special neurological condition called Asperger's. You're an N.A.C.P, and I didn't want to accept it. Yeah, that I am an N.A.C.P indeed. And thank you to my anonymous friend for the gift of those 2 books on Asperger's, and one specific book which was rented 4 times. Those 4 which was rented 4 times was, of course, Appreciating Asperger's Syndrome. And that book really illuminated, made me open my eyes of how myself also I'm vulnerable. So that's a book I recommend for all neurotypicals who want to learn about Asperger's or not, or Asperger's, what it is, and how I don't require much support, me, but due to those special interests which preoccupy most of our daily routines and habits, and have these ritual-like routines, we tend to neglect other things of a social nature. So here we are, encouraging all to work out, train, exercise, rock and roll now, because it's the Sabbath. Rock and roll on the road, let me see what you got. It's a hot, hot, hot day. It's that summer month of the lion. Just that's how we do it. Freestyle rock and roll, Heatwave on the go. Gotta get some good hydration. Gotta get some pollination. I've been looking out for the bees. Shake that butter, twerk it, please. I've been looking out just for the bees. Shake that butter, twerk it, please. So we got that cadence. Is the dragon army sentence. Dragon army, here we be. Pledge your allegiance that you see. Some of my dragons are black. Some of my dragons are white. Some of my dragons are rainbow. Some of my dragons are dragonesses. Dragonesses, you gotta spell that with that double S's. So just how we be. Just me and you and see. Got some truckers on the road. Got some grocery store on the clerks, up in the work, up in let's go. Got a squirrel with something in the mouth. I don't know, just be going around about. Gotta see, I bleed. And got some train conductors, got some public workers, got some bus drivers, Got some bus so that Got some bus so that you know. And you gotta see that rock and roll. For you see just how I go. For you be up in the road. For you be up in the soul. Got some soap and got some water. Got some flowers, that's some beauties, beautiful flowers. Look at those. They're just so majestic and thick. Actually, I get a whiff of the smell. So it smells a bit scented. Got a little bit of that scent. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Financially stressed, but how are you doing? Not all. You look rich.
Actually, I made $1.20 today. So
that's good.
I'm happy.
You're happy?
I tore half the ceiling down in the bathroom.
Oh yeah?
With new chip, new plaster.
Yeah, you still got it in you?
Yes,
that's good.
Well, I'm the janitor in my building, so what?
Janitor. He's a janitor.
I got a cut on the fucking rent.
He's gotta use the fucking F word. All right, man. See, you got some on that. You got some Barcelona, some soccer, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Definitely from Barcelona.
Hot Heatwave, eh? Let's see what we got there.
Yeah, let's see what's in the fridge.
Let's see what's in the fridge. You gotta share, eh?
Shit here.
I gotta close it because sometimes it's windy. This is gonna bust open one day. It's gonna go. All right, that's yours.
Yeah, no, it's yours.
That's yours, man. No, I'm not gonna leave it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Kiss? No, I'm good. I took a salad earlier. I took a salad earlier.
Good.
I'm gonna leave it for somebody else. You gotta keep on working?
No, now it's playtime. I work hard because I play hard. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Oh, yeah, fucking right.
He plays, even at his age, he's an old
I
timer.
turned 75 July 27th, man.
75. You're a Leo? You're a Leo?
Yeah, man, I'm a fucking Leo.
Like Tom Brady.
What other
That time.
fucking sign?
That's why you're still up going roundabout, eh?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Tom Brady is a Leo. Tom Brady.
Yeah?
Tom Brady
Oh,
is a
shit.
Leo. Yeah, Obama also.
Oh, fuck, cool.
You don't even know your own kind, man.
No, man, no.
Hey, love you, buddy.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, man, gotta give gotta give it for the go. And that's my acquaintance friend there. He gifted me some of those red shoes, red and white shoes, and he's got a little bit of that rock and roll, you know, to get it on the drill. And he's 75, you know, so he's on the go with that. Always 75, and that's what we got, man. He's 75. Sing some rock and roll for him, and always gotta sing some of that F words. I guess I can sing on request. I can sing a little bit of that with the F, you know. Gotta go a little bit South Park, and he's going in and out, and he's going some of that good love in there. He's got some good love, and he's got some good working out, and he's playing, and says he's working hard and playing hard. 75. Thank you. You gifted me some of those red and white shoes, you know. 75, I guess it could be iron looking because my Papa Crowley, but this could be my dad, I guess. Grandma, not really grandpa, man. Grandpa, not really. But yeah. Just gotta get it on that, and we took a look at the fridge, and that's what we got together here, you know. So that's how we gotta get that rock and roll. So something which thought I pressed pause, but it seems like the video went on when I saw him. I guess that's one of my only friends, I guess. He knows I'm a weirdo, and he knows I'm part of the LGBTQ, you know. He says, oh, no problem, man, no problem. And he doesn't, although he's 75, you know, because it's also generational. He laughed when I said, you know me, like 2 years ago, I said, you know me, I go both ways, brother, because he was looking at, I guess, he's single or whatever, I don't know. He was looking, he was, a woman passed, and he was admiring a bit of beauty, and I guess he was looking for dating, and it's all good, you know, at all ages, you know, and said, hey man, you know me, I go both ways, brother. Said, oh, he started laughing. He said, I didn't know, but thanks for letting me know, I guess. Him, I only offer massages for him. No, he's a great guy. Gifted me some of those nice shoes before holidays, red and white, which of course I wear them, and I jogged actually last Tuesday. I wore them, so they're really nice red and white shoes, and they're second hand, but still very good. I love this red. So let's get, and I always sing a little bit of that rock and roll for him as we go. Always sing a little bit of that rock and roll on the go, you know. So that's always something which we have to do, and we have to do it on the go, you know. And I forgot to ask if he looks, if he wants some janitor. He's a janitor. I can sing some rock and roll for the janitors, man. With that J like Janus. J like not a lot of words with J, eh? J and G. J. And in a parallel life, I know everything there is to know about that. Yeah, see? Yeah. So I gotta turn my head left and right here and go on the side in the sun, you know, as we got. And that's how we gotta get doing like that. And we gotta get doing for the drill, you know. It's always work, and it's always something which we have to be familiarize ourselves with, and all the circumstances of which we have, man. But J, I guess that's J, could be J. There's no I guess like Jay-Z, a rapper. Could do a featuring Class War. Give some charity, Jay-Z. Gotta give some charity, you know. I don't know, is it still good or not? Best before June? I don't know, I don't think so. I'm gonna put it there. If it was in the heat, you might get, I got food. You might get, if it was in the heat like this, the meat, you might get unhealthy. So I gotta wash my hands, disinfect my hands. I thought somebody dropped it, but I checked it was best before June. So if that was out for at least 4 days, there, that's with the heat wave already on. That would have been a bit on the classification. So yeah, that's what I gotta get doing with that, and that's why I gotta get on that love inside of things, you know, to just clear a bit of that word and clear a bit of that left and right and Z, and that's what we have to do it now together here to rock and roll. And then for the janitors, I guess, dedicated to my anonymous friends. And I don't have a lot of friends, but he's, I guess, one of them is a friend, becoming a friend, I guess, was an acquaintance. But rock and roll in the sun as I go, you know, 24/7, that's what I'm good at. Other things don't ask me how to do. I get clumsy, although I can put some painting, I see you. You know just how you gotta rock and rolling on the go. For the rock and rolling on the train. You know that we gotta see. For you know you gotta be trained on the pain you see. For the left and right in harmony, got some heat waves in the sun. Got some heat waves only one. Got some heat waves that you go. Got some steel, got some those. Got some left and right, there we go. For you know we gotta see on the left in harmony. For another bake and shake. You know that's the summer cake. Summer cake up in the lake. We got another fake. Vacancy up in the dew. So you know they gotta be for the holidays you see. In the rights in harmony. For the left up in the B. On the go, on the growth, on the grow, on the lower. So you know somebody jogging and you know your body singing for yours. Got some shade up in some trains. I got some trains up in the plane. Got some lanes up in the freeze. I got some lanes up in the leaf. So you know you gotta see for the left in harmony. For another that you see. For another that you be. For another see that you gotta be. And you know you gotta be in the sun that you can see. In the sun for you can ride. I play black and white and rainbow that you see another joy. Jargon with another jar of fish. Fish and cake up in the lips. You know that you got a trip. Look at this beautiful garden. Beautiful garden. That's a 9+, that's an estimation. I gotta go across the nations. For you know the pollination. Gotta twerk. Gotta love it, gotta lust. I gotta see up in the bust. For you gotta be a freaky do up in the sun. That's the heat wave, that's the one. Heat wave, that's the one playing in the sun. So you know we got some yellows. So you know we got some fellows. So you know we got some of that rock and roll up in the go, let's go. So you know we got some seeds in the concrete jungle bees. And we got some concrete jungle, and we got some of the trees. And we know we got some breeze. For the holidays up in the squeeze is the month up in the lion. He's a Leo, that's the fire. He's a Leo, that's desire. He's a Leo, that's for sure. That you know up in the dew. It's your soul you been to do, so your soul up into you. Gotta be some of that plus. Gotta be some of that blues. Gotta be some of those shoes. Gotta be some in the trues. In the trues, you know we got some bricks up in the hot. Bricks up in the papa. Gotta go and drink some papa. Papa squeeze a papa leave. I know up in the reed, oracles up in the trees. Yeah, rock and roll, that's freestyle. All of this is freestyle now. That's what I'm good at, you know. I'm good at rock and roll, sports, fitness, dancing is my favorite sport and fitness activity, and geopolitics, other things that relations, friends, I'm not too good at. I'm not too good at. I have to be. Sometimes I'm direct, straightforward, and I don't mean to offend, you know. Just let me know, you know. So that's what it is with that, and that's how we go, and just sometimes just that's how we gotta rock and roll, to do it on the go and do it on the left and do it on the right, and you know, stand in the center sometimes, you know, singing a little bit of that good, and that looks like a nice table. I don't know if it's for taking, but maybe. And I guess I got a table, get a green table with that, but maybe that's one that's interesting to see. Green table, and I have such a small place. I was given a kind of circus one. I gotta clean, and I guess I have to clean it, and I'll put some stickers on it, and building my new table. Rebuilding here, you know. Building a new table. Sometimes we just gotta, you know, advance, and good for him. Happy for my senior citizen friend acquaintance who gifted me great red and white, white and red, red and white. Red and white are great combination shoes. And last Tuesday I wore them, I jogged in them, auctioning them for $1 million, just as I'm auctioning them, my shoes now. These shoes, auctioning the underwear, auctioning the pants, auctioning everything that I'm wearing, you know, for $1 million to give half to my anonymous friend. And that's about it. And that's the sun, that's the one. Well, I'm gonna let the car pass, stand a bit in the sun, and then we're gonna rock and roll. Yeah, just let the car pass, you know. Sometimes just that's what we gotta do, and encouraging all to work out, train, exercise, and gotta give some of that rock and roll for the empire. Here we go. For the left and right you see, for the left and right you be. On the go and on the do, so you know what I see you. Left and right you know we got it, left and right you know we bake it, shake it for you see. That's the trees up in the squeezer, that's the lime up in the bees. Bees, I got another shaker for the please. Got some cool and got some water, got some fire, that desire. Rainbow Dragon rock and roll, and just so that how I go, rock and roll. Pledge your allegiance to our family, LOV.